Hey folks, welcome again to Dr. Dave's weekly Healthy Bastards Health Tip. Now this is part 3, or the last part, on depression. A couple of weeks ago in my Healthy Bastards Health Tip was part 1, and I was trying to explain to you in common street language what is depression. The next week, which was last week, the health tip was, if you go to the doctor, how does the doctor diagnose depression? And there's a process that is followed through, and it's a combination of the doctor talking to you, and hopefully you've got the family there that can give a bit more background as well. So say in the end, between you and the doc and the family, you decide, yep, you have depression. All's not lost. We've got a diagnosis. So now we just have to treat it. And it's actually not that hard. The main thing is you come to terms with the fact you are depressed, and treatment then is quite simple and straightforward. The modes of treatment are firstly support, secondly it's medication, then it's the question of the extreme stuff. Should you or shouldn't you be admitted and be monitored in the hospital? So that's not many people, but I'll cover that in just a jiff. So let's take, for example, the basics. You have to have support. This is where your friends and your family come in. If you've got good friends and family and they're worried about you, they'll come in there and they'll give you the lift and help you through the tough times. And this is why you can't put a money value on having good friends and family. So assuming you've got that, then you need psychological support as well. You know, there are trained counsellors out there, and they will give you insight and advice on how to deal with this depression. So if you need counselling support, the doctor can refer you. Not everyone likes counselling. You don't have to go there, but a good counsellor is worth their weight in gold. And they can sit down with you, spend a bit of time, up to an hour at a time, maybe for a number of weeks, going through the issues and the ways of dealing with it. Assuming then you've got good family and friends support, psychological support with a counsellor, the big question is then, should you take medication or pills to help give you a lift? Now, all these pills work in the same way. What they do is that you swallow them, they go into your tummy, they're absorbed in your blood system, and then they go into your brain, and then they raise the levels of chemicals that lift your mood. And, you know, it's simple. There's many types of pills. The most common one these days are the ones like fluoxetine or Prozac, or citalopram or Cipramil. And these are very good medications. And they're taken for between 6 to 9 months at least. They are taken every day, and they raise these levels of chemicals in your head. Some people can get some side effects with them, sore tummy, feel a bit nauseated, but generally speaking they're very good because they don't affect your quick thinking. Some of the older pills would slow you down and you get quite tired and drowsy. Well, these ones don't do that. So your doctor will advise you on those. Some people have a lot of problems with sleeping and depression. So your doctor may decide that, look, those ones like I've just described aren't what you want. We'll use some of the older ones that do make you a bit sleepy, so they'll help with your sleep. So they may give you doxepin or amitriptyline. And they suit some sort of people. But see, what I'm saying is that the side effects of these medications can be used to advantage. Whatever happens, all antidepressants work in about 80% of the population. So if you're low, look, for goodness sake, give them a go. Do remember though, they take between 7 to 10 days to start working, so they're not a magical cure. You need that initial support to help you through, maybe a few sleeping pills to help with sleep, and then over the next few weeks the mood will lift as these pills start coming on stream. If I could summarise, you've got the support of your family, friends, maybe a counsellor, and medication that's starting to work. If it's really bad depression, Your doctor may advise with, again, the advice of your family that you need to spend a little bit of time in, the hospital where they can give you some really intensive care. Again, this is a tough one because some people actually don't want to go, and if it gets that bad, they may have to sort of, commit you. But, that's rare these days, but that is used for people who are super low and they've just lost control, but that's not the norm at all. So treatment in the general population of mild to moderate depression is easily done in the community, and it's very successful. So the important thing is to understand, do you have depression? If you do, go to your doc and get it treated, and I would say 99.9% of you will be sorted out. And through that, in your lift, you'll think things are cool, and you'll go to Dr. Dave's website, you'll buy yourself a hat and the Healthy Bastards book and DVD, and you'll live happily forever after. See you next week for our Healthy Bastards health tip. Thanks, folks. See ya.